Welcome to the Andy May segment of the 2020 Walnut Valley Festival virtual concert series. And I'm glad to be able to partake in this. Actually, I'm glad to be performing it all. As you probably know, almost all of us entertainers have been sidelined, and that's okay. That's the way it has to be. But it doesn't mean that we don't miss performing for you all. So, without further ado, I'll start my set, and hope you enjoy it, and I hope you do well, and hope you are well. You know, ever since I started performing at the Walnut Valley Festival, there are songs that I've introduced and have become fun for me and the audience both. And here's one of them. Here's Stan. I met her one morning at the corner cafe. She brought me my breakfast and she asked me my name. I drank enough coffee to fill a small lake. She sat down at my table when she went on her break. And she told me about her mama, told me about her dad, told me about her favorite dog she ever had. She told me about her past, she told me about her plans, but she forgot to mention Stan. So I took her out dancing, never meaning no harm, thinking how good she looked hanging on my arm. She had my heart a-hopping like a honky-tonk band. Then the dance floor cleared and here comes Stan. She told me about her mama, told me about her dad, told me about her favorite dog she ever had. She told me about her past, told me about her plans, but she forgot to mention Stan. She forgot to mention Stanley's got a temper, and he's built just like a moving van. Guess she forgot that she's already got a man, 'cause she forgot to mention Stan. I'm sitting here watching the world go by. I see a little clearer through this black eye. She told the truth and nothing but the truth, yeah man, but the whole truth would have included Stan. She told me about her mama, told me about her dad, told me about her favorite dog she ever had. She told me about her past, she told me about her plans, but she forgot to mention Stan. She stands, old lady, oh, old lady, yeah, old lady. Stan. Well, my Poochie liked that one very much. I got my Poochie out here in the audience. He's a good old boy. Well, here's one that was inspired by a visit to the Ryman Auditorium in the early 90s, and the Ryman was really in great disrepair. And It's about 30 miles from where I'm sitting right now. And I kind of was walking around this old Ryman Auditorium, which was the former home of the Grand Ole Opry for so many years. And the inspiration for the song really came real strong on me at that point. Hope you enjoy it. It's called They Put the Blue in Bluegrass. Back in '46, the boys drove down to the Opry in old Nashville town. And when they walked onto the stage, they put the blue in bluegrass and away. It was Bill out front on mandolin. He was driving hard like a great high wind. The young Earl played the banjo in a style of his own, and he grabbed that tune like a dog on the bone. When the people heard that sound, it just turned their heads around. History was made that day. They put the blue in bluegrass and blew them away. They put the blue in bluegrass and blew them away. Lester's guitar kept the rhythm tight, with Howard on the bass that night. When Chubby made his fiddle talk, it could have made a dead man walk. When the people heard that beat, it brought them jumping to their feet. A brand new sound was born that day. They put the blue in bluegrass and blew them away. They put the blue in bluegrass and blew them away. Now Sunday mornings in Nashville town, at the Ryman when no one's around, listen closely and you might hear a lonesome note drifting over from yesteryear. I'm not sure what makes that noise, but it sounds to me like the Bluegrass Boys. Just the way they sounded the very day they put the blue in bluegrass and blew them away. When the people heard that sound, it just turned their heads around. I wish that I'd been there that day. They put the blue in bluegrass and blew them away. They put the blue in bluegrass and blew them away. Bluegrass blew them away. I love to take stock of things, and when I do, I think about how fortunate I've been over the years to have certain experiences. This song talks about one of them. Well, there are so many choices that people have today. What to pay attention to, how to spend their pay. But sometimes I remember back to a very different scene when we opened up for Haggard and we played for the Queen. We opened up for Haggard and played for the Queen, the Queen of country music, Miss Kitty Wells, I mean. And we were singing hungry 'cause we were mighty lean when we opened up for Haggard and we played for the Queen. We were two young broke musicians, pushed right to the brink. If something didn't happen soon, either one would sink. So we put our heads together and we came up with a plan. We started us a duo and we soon became a band. And we filled those old road houses, we took it pretty far, a regional phenomenon, and we were local stars. Sometimes the road was kind to us and sometimes it got mean, but we opened up for Haggard and we played for the Queen. We opened up for Haggard and played for the Queen, the Queen of country music, Miss Kitty Wells, I mean. And we were singing hungry 'cause we were mighty lean when we opened up for Haggard and we played for the Queen. Now when I think about it, I just have to grin. If I had it to do over, heck, I'd do it all again. To be a little part of something good, well, I know what that means, 'cause we opened up for Haggard and we played for the Queen. We opened up for Haggard and played for the Queen, the Queen of country music, Miss Kitty Wells, I mean. And we were singing hungry 'cause we were mighty lean when we opened up for Haggard and we played for the Queen. Yeah, we were singing hungry 'cause we were mighty lean when we opened up for Haggard and we played for the Queen. A true story. Well, I'm taking it down to drop D tuning. That's a pretty sound, I think, on an acoustic guitar. That E going down to the whole step below it. This is a song that's been with me a long time. I wrote it somewhere back in the mid-'80s, I believe it was. And it's gratifying to get requests for it, even though I wrote it so long ago. But that's the nice thing about a song that travels with you over the years. That's better. Sometimes when you change a string, the guitar likes to move around a little bit. This is called Love's the Greatest Gift of All. roamed. As from a dream I awakened to find love has carried me home. The wind sighs, I can feel it. The dove flies and I hear its call. As I listen, my heart tells me love's the greatest gift of all. I've searched for, in all that I've found, through each friend who's been there for me. From depths of despair, from where fear abounds, it's love that has lifted me free. The wind sighs, I can feel it. The dove flies and I hear its call. As I listen, my heart tells me love's the greatest gift of all. Joy and forgiveness are now mine to own. Gone the regrets of the past. Redemption is here for the asking alone. My soul's found its harbor at last. The wind sighs, I can feel it. The dove flies and I hear its call. As I listen, my heart tells me love's the greatest gift of all. It's the greatest gift of all. As I listen, my heart tells me love's the greatest gift of all. So, an analogy that's used a lot these days is making lemonade from lemons. And for me, I've tried to find some creative outlets over the last few months. Since I haven't been out there doing what I love to do and doing shows, I've gone back and tried to finish up a bunch of songs that have been hanging for a bunch of years now. Lauren wrote this lyric some time ago, and I sort of set it to music, but I kind of finished it up just a few weeks ago, and I'll share it with you right now. It's called That's Why There's Country Music. It could be called That's Why There's Bluegrass Music too. Or it could be called That's Why There's Walnut Valley Music. And it goes like this. I hope you like it. It's the first time ever. There are weddings and wakes, and there's fishing in lakes. There's morning and moonlight and fall. There's hope and regret. There's fortune and debt. There's dancing and dreaming and dogs. There's whiskey and beer, and there's faith and there's fear. Those who find love and those who lose it. There are hearts that grow cold, and there's growing old, and that's why there's country country music. When you can't find the words, some old song that you heard will help you express what you're feeling. 'Cause the human condition is the country tradition. Sing along when your senses are reeling. Country music knows what you're feeling. Well, there's wonder and woe and work, don't you know? There's sunshine and snowstorms and stars. There are memories and wishes and regional dishes and bosses and babies and bars. There's family and home, and there's being alone. Those who cheat love and those who choose it. There are hearts that get stuck and all types of luck, and that's why there's country music. When you can't find the words, some old song that you heard will help you express what you're feeling. 'Cause the human condition is the country tradition. Sing along when your senses are reeling. Country music knows what you're feeling. As we count off our years, we shed all types of tears in the beverage of our own choosing. Heartache and thrill when life gets distilled, it spills out in country music. When you can't find the words, some old song that you heard will help you express what you're feeling. 'Cause the human condition is the country tradition. Sing along when your senses are reeling. Country music knows what you're feeling. Country music knows what you're feeling. Sing along when your senses are reeling. Sing along. Thank you. Well, here's one that we put together, well over 20 years ago when we moved to Tennessee. And it's a fun one. Lauren wrote the words, I put the music to it. And it goes like this. Yesterday, love was warm with no sign of a storm on the surface. Today looks the same, but there's a new shade of gray in the things that you say. Tomorrow looks cloudy with a chance of pain. The love in your eyes was the sun in my skies, but they don't seem to shine quite the same. I noticed today you keep looking away. Tomorrow looks cloudy with a chance of pain. The weatherman says fair and clear, but it sure don't look that way from here. And I don't hear the thunder, I don't see the lightning, but I feel the cold winds of change. There's a hint of a heartache on my horizon. Tomorrow looks cloudy with a chance of pain. fair and clear, but it sure don't look that way from here. And I don't hear the thunder, I don't see the lightning, but I feel the cold winds of change. There's a hint of heartache on my horizon. Tomorrow looks cloudy with a chance of pain. Tomorrow looks cloudy with a chance of pain. Oh, with dog accompaniment too. Yeah, I'd like to share this one with you right now. It's called Woman in the Wings, and we put it out on our Room for Roots album a few years ago. And radio was so super kind to us with the song, and very gratifying, very humbling. And we'll share it with you right now. Woman in the Wings. He was such a quiet kid, shy as anything. When he was all by himself, he sure loved to sing. She was amazed he signed up for the 3rd grade talent show. But when the big day finally came, he was afraid to go. She whispered, "You can do it," as she knelt backstage by his side. Your gift is like a candle, son, it's time to let it shine. Well, something in her words and the way that they were said caused the shy boy's fear to disappear and made him brave instead. He walked out on the stage and it was such a simple thing to throw his head back and just sing. For the woman in the wings, the woman in the wings. Even after he was grown, she'd come to hear him sing. He was reaching for his dream while she watched him from the wings. She saw him through thick and thin, praying he'd succeed. But when the world came to his door, she wasn't there to see. It was all within his grasp, but his courage seemed to fade. The applause could never warm him like the smile upon her face. Then one night in the spotlight, he saw an angel by his side. She said, "Your gift is like a candle, son, don't forget to let it shine." Well, something in her words and the way that they were said gave a broken man the strength to stand and live his life instead. Though you may never see her, to him she's not a dream. She stands beside him as he sings. For the woman in the wings, the woman in the wings, the woman in the wings, the woman in the wings. Well, here's one that we've always received lots and lots of requests for, and years that we have shown up at the Walnut Valley Festival. And I never tire of singing these words. True story. And we put an album out by the same name as this song. And it's called Blackberry Jam. Blackberry brambles line the old dirt track, buckets in our hands and sun on our backs. One in the bucket, two in the child. Picking these berries gonna take a while. And the fruits of the earth roll off in our hands. Summer's easy pickings in this red clay land. The seasons all move to a master plan, from blackberry blossom to blackberry jam. Old black dog lies watching from the shade. She knows where we'll go when we start to fade. To the lake down the road and we'll all jump in, wash the heat of summer off our skin. And the fruits of the earth roll off in our hands. Summer's easy pickings in this red clay land. The seasons all move to a master plan, from blackberry blossom to blackberry jam. Now while the kid takes a nap and daddy plays guitar, mama packs the summer day into jelly jars. One cold winter morning, gray as a ghost, we'll have a taste of summer on our breakfast toast. And the fruits of the earth roll off in our hands. Summer's easy pickings in this red clay land. The seasons all move to a master plan, from blackberry blossom to blackberry jam. And the fruits of the earth roll off in our hands. Summer's easy pickings in this red clay land. The seasons all move to a master plan, from blackberry blossom to blackberry jam. Well, here's an old chestnut from the repertoire of the Carter family. It's a good old song called "You've Been a Friend." Last year at the Walnut Valley Festival, John McCutcheon popped on stage to help me sing the song in an impromptu jam session. You're welcome to sing along with me right now. You've been a friend. My bark of life was drifting down the troubled stream of time, when first I saw your smiling face and youth was in its prime. Oh, I'll never forget where'er I roam, wherever you may be. If ever I have had a friend, you've been that friend to me. Misfortune nursed me as her child and loved me fondly too. I would have had a broken heart had it not been for you. Oh, I'll never forget where'er I roam, wherever you may be. If ever I have had a friend, you've been that friend to me. I now look back upon the past, across life's troubled sea, and smile to think through all I've seen. You've been a friend to me. Oh, I'll never forget where'er I roam, wherever you may be. If ever I have had a friend, you've been that friend to me. If ever I have had a friend, you've been a friend to me. Well, here's a good old tune, Handsome Molly. Well, I wish I was in London, some other seaport town. I'd put my foot on a steamboat, I'd sail the ocean round. Sailing round the ocean, sailing round the sea, I'd think of handsome Molly wherever she might be. Well, don't you remember, Molly, you gave me your right hand. You said if you ever married, I would be the man. Now you break your promise, marry whom you please. While my poor heart is breaking, your mind is at its ease. Sailing round the ocean, sailing round the sea, I think of handsome Molly wherever she might be. Church on Sunday, passes me on by, I can tell her mind is changing by the roving of her eye. And her hair is dark as raven, eyes are dark as coal, and her cheeks are like lilies that in the morning glow. And I wish I was in London, some other seaport town. I'd put my foot on a steamboat, I'd sail the ocean round. Sailing round the ocean, sailing round the sea, I'd think of handsome Molly wherever she might be. Well, I've had a great time singing for you this afternoon. Go on over to andymay.com and learn more about our music. And next year, 2021, I hope to see you all at the Walnut Valley Festival. Be safe, be healthy, be well. Here's one that I've done at Walnut Valley Festival many, many, many years. It's called Moonless Nights. I hope you enjoy it. much of a moon out tonight. Just a little old sliver of silvery light. When it follows the sun, there'll be nothing but night, and each star between here and forever in sight. The day keeps your vision confined, bound and surrounded by horizon lines. But the night's just as deep as heaven is high, and it frees up your heart from the grip of your mind. Let the sun and the moon depart. Ain't nothing to hold down my soul in the dark. For each star in the sky, there's a dream in my heart. And the deeper the night, the brighter the spark. I love the moonless nights, each star between here and forever in sight. You can wish as you may, wish as you might, and never once wish on the same star twice. Not much of a moon out tonight, just a little old sliver of silvery light. On the heels of the sun, it left nothing but night, and each star between here and forever inside. I